Hi DIY friends, welcome back. I'm so happy you took a little moment of your day to see what Diane and I are up to. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Yani and I'm doing this DIY channel together with Diane. For today I have some new inspiration for you for the fall, and of course I'm going to make from Tumbling Tower Blocks. I'm going to make 3 sizes of pumpkins and of course give it my own twist on it. I hope you enjoy what you see, and of course let's jump into our DIY. For today's DIY I'm taking out my tumbling tower blocks again, and of course you know me, I love building with my tumbling tower blocks again, so let's start it. You see already my blocks are on my table. Of course my glue gun is ready. What we're going to do, we are going to make 2 sets of 3, and we just glue the sides on top of each other. So just simply this way, keep them straight, and 1, and you see already this is already number 1. Now we're going to do another one, of course gluing the sides and this way. And of course, like I always say in every single DIY, if you don't want to see how it is made, of course just skip forward, because I understand if you don't like to see it. It doesn't matter. What we're going to do, we are going to take 1 block and we are going to glue this on the widest side, and we are going to glue it on top of the middle of our 3-pack. I showed you in a little moment. You see, this is what I mean, just this way. And we are going to do with the second block the same. Just glue it together and try to get it as even as you can. And now I already have 2. These are the ends of our pumpkin. What I'm going to do, I take one of them, I'm going to take 1 block, and I'm going to make a little line on the side of my tumbling tower block, and I'm going to lay halfway, I'm going to lay my first little block. I showed you in a moment, don't worry. You see, this is what I mean, just halfway, so you get a little the half of your tumbling tower block this way. And now we're going to build it out. Again, do a little line of glue on the side, get another tumbling tower block, and again place him halfway and try to get it as straight as you can. And again this way, this is what I mean. And we are going to do on the other side the same. Whoa! Little blocks are already flying around. And again, just lay them halfway. Again, place it standing up, then you can measure it out a little bit better. And again, also this one. And these little pumpkins are great to have in your tier tray. So if you are like decorating with tier trays, then you are really gonna love this kind of pumpkins. And again, you see already, now we have already this size, and I showed you a little bit closer, so you can a little bit, when you want to make them also, you can see how it's made. Now we are going to build up 1 after here, and of course still 1 over here, because I want to have it a little bit bigger. Bigger. And of course we are going to place it upside and just again halfway. And of course, if you don't have it completely halfway, it's not a big deal also, but try to get them as even as you can. And now we already have our first half of our pumpkin. What we're going to do now we are going to place another block, but we are going to place it halfway inside. I showed you this way, so this was outside, now we're going to halfway inside. So again, we are not doing the glue on the outside, we are going to do the glue on the inside of the last block. And again, place it standing up and squeeze it a little bit. And now can you see, I'm sorry if I say a lot of little bit, I really am sorry. I tried to do my best not to do it. You see here, he is on the same height than this one is. So you see, we're just going to build it inside again. And again, some glue on this block, just not on the outside, but on the inside. And placing our block again, and again squeeze it. And we are going the next row, again on the middle, a new block, and we are going to measure out. And we have one. Now we're going to do this one. And in a moment we have so much blocks inside that we can really build this one already, you see, against each other. Now he's fitting totally, but I have to squeeze this one first. And now I am going to close it up with this too. And now you see, you can have your pumpkin this way, so you can do a little stamp on top of here. But what you also can do is just place it this way and you do a stamp on the top. So you have both ways. So I will do a little glue on this side and on this side. And we are going to close it up over here. So, and squeeze it. Not too hard, or else your complete pumpkin, I'm sorry, I'm blinding you. And this is how he's looking like. And if you are imagine, I have little blocks. If you have a little moment, I will show it to you. I have some half blocks, so at the half of one tumbling tower block. And if you place this on top of here and you do a little bow with it, you already have your own little pumpkin for in your tier tray. And if you think this is a little bit too small, you can also do one over here and one over here. Then you might make it a little bit wider, and it gives a little bit more of a stand. So this way, just glue it together, and now you have a nice stand, this and the top. And you see already you have your own cute little pumpkin if you decorate it. Of course, you know, when we have a little one, we want to make also a bigger one. I'm going to try to do a bigger one. I'm going to do 2 sides of 4. I think maybe even 5. I will have to see. And this is 1. And 2. And this one will be for number 4. And I'm thinking if I will make 5, then he will be very wide, I think. Because then I have the 3. Now I'm taking 4. Maybe he won't be that big. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a 1 on the back side. I'm going to do 2 on the back side. So we do 1 already in the second one, and we're going to do 1 next to each other. So this way, of course, I could have done I could have done 2 together and then glue them together, but I always like a little bit different. So you see, this is what I mean. And we are going to glue the last one on top. Now we have already the first side of our base. Again, squeeze it. Try to get it as even as you can. And this is already one side. We are going to make again 4 on top of each other to build the other side. And we are going to do this way on top of here the last one. And we are going to place it against each other and squeeze it. Now I'm going to do 1 next to each other. I do it a little bit different than I just did. This is a little bit easier, and then you have them straight next to each other. Do some glue on it, and again place it in the middle. And the last on top on this one. So we get our both ends of our pumpkin already. Again, place it this way. You can squeeze it a little bit better and you get them in a straight line. So you see, we have both of our ends of our pumpkin already. What we're going to do again, we're just going to do the same way, just build it halfway, just half of your tumbling tower block, and just squeeze it. And again, the next one next to each other. And this way we are going to build and build it a little bit wider. And try to get it as even as you can. You see, this is what I mean. Again, and how bigger you get him, you still keep on doing it on the outside. And when you want to go inside, then your pumpkin will get that size. You keep on. That's a really English sentence that isn't correct, but I mean, you can build it as long as you will outside, and then he will be bigger, and then in a moment when you go inside, he will be ending up and he will be smaller again, and that's the size you will get. I hope that makes sense. We will see. So again, I'm still building through because I want to have it even bigger. And again, another one. And I think this will be almost my last one. And if I am correct, that it will be not this size, it will be a much bigger one. So I'm going to do this side now. And of course, I will do this out of camera because this will take much too long for you. I will be back. You see already, this is the half of our pumpkin already. And now we're going to, again, we are going to glue on the inside of our blocks, not on the outside, but on the inside. And we do it halfway, but just this way around. I showed you in a moment, you see? Oh, I have to be here. And now we are going to do it inside. And the next one, gluing it inside, place a little block against it. And the other one, and of course count a little how many you need to go inside. If you're not sure, you just count it. You see already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you go in. So that means you need 4 of them this way. And we get already the last one. And place it inside of here. We are going to do on this side the same. Glue on the inside. And put your block halfway. And we are going to glue again on the inside. Place your block again halfway. Over here again. We are almost there, so I hope you still are here and doing this together with me, because I know it takes a little bit of your time, but I just always want to show it to you the way it is made. The last one, and we're going to place it halfway and just glue it together. And if it's correct, the ending will be fitting over here, and you see already you have your own nice pumpkin, and I'm already loving it. And we are going to glue this one also against each other, and some glue over here, some glue over here, and we are going to place it again against each other and just squeeze it for a little moment until it is dried up. And this is how it turned out. And if you imagine again, you take a little block and you place it on top of here, you get again your own pumpkin to decorate. And he's a little bit different than you normally would have. We have our bigger one, we have our smaller one, and I made one extra, a little one for in your tier tray or where you can use it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make another one, but not with the stamp on top of it. We are going to use that one in a little bit of a different way. So I will make one size again, but without the little stamp. I made all the pumpkins I wanted to make. I made the bigger one, two of the smaller ones, and of course one this way without the stamp. But later on you will see that this will turn into a pumpkin also. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take my chalk paint and I'm going to paint it white, but not totally white. I only give it a little bit of a distressing look. Maybe also with the tops with a little bit of orange. I don't know if I will do that, but we will see. But first I'm going to give it a little bit of the white coat, and the top we will do in the furniture wax. So I have my kitchen towel over here to dab it off, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the white chalk paint, and of course most of the paint I will dab off my brush, and I only go with a little in the middle, just little pieces with some paint. So you see, I'm not painting everything, only the places where I think it needs it. So I will do all the pumpkins and then I show you how they are looking like with the white distressing on it. I painted all of my pumpkins, but of course this one we do flat, but he still need a bottom, which where I am going to use it for. So I did make 4 blocks on top of each other, and I'm going to glue them on this side. So, and then we're going to turn it over, and then we have a little pumpkin, but upside down. We did do a little bottom inside of our little pumpkin, you see already, but we also need a stamp. And of course, what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue 2 of our tumbling tower blocks on top of each other this way, and just squeeze it real hard this way. And now we are going to do some glue on the underside, and we are going to glue it in the middle of our pumpkin. And of course, look where the middle will be and just squeeze it as hard as you can. I hope you can see it on camera. And this is what I mean. I just glued it inside, and when everything is dried up, I'm going to decorate it. And of course this will be some furniture wax, and also the other tops and the inside of our pumpkins will be with some furniture wax, and then we are going to decorate it. Our pumpkins are already dried up. What we're going to do, at least what I'm going to do, you don't have to do it, I'm going to take my furniture wax. First I was thinking to do a little bit of the orange touch on the side, but for me I think it works better to do it with the furniture wax, but you're free to do whatever you like. The only thing what I'm going to do with some furniture wax is I will remove my little pumpkins. What I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to do the stamp in the furniture wax to give it a little bit more of the brown, rusty color. But I'm also going to do the inside, and I'm going to do little sides of my pumpkin over here, just this way. Just go around the edges of your blocks. So you see, just give it a little touch of brown. So, and then I will do all of them, and then you will see how they turned out. The pumpkins are drying from the furniture wax because it always needs a little bit of a drying up, and later I'm going to do with some kitchen towel. I will go over it and polish it a little bit. What I'm going to do, you see already I have my text. This is from cardboard. What I'm going to try, because I want to have it a little bit of an orange touch in it. So I'm going to get 1 or 2 little cards, and I take out my orange paint. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to paint my cardboard tag. So I'm just going to dab it off a little bit so I don't have too much paint on it. So, and now I'm going to give it a nice orange touch, and we will see how this will turn out. Maybe it will be one disaster and he will think. This is really English for beginners. Maybe it will it will wrinkle, but we will see. So I will color them both in the orange color and let them dry also. Our little tags are already dried up, and I'm really loving the rustic orange color. What we're going to do, and of course I have a little tip: if you are going to paint cardboard, just do it on both sides, because if you do one side it will bend over this way, and then you don't and then he is really totally the wrong side. So you have to do both ways, and then you can bend it just the same. He will be straight again. So I will do some little piece of twine around it, and then we're going to write a little piece over here. But that's later. First we're going to do, you see already, I have some old leaves on my table, a little bit of the orange, yellow, green, just old leaves I have laying around. I always keep my old leaves. If a branch is almost finished, I always pull off the leftovers and always keep it, because for DIYs you can easily use it for your display. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my bigger one, and I am going to I'm going to do a little bit of the green brown color with something of like this one, a little bit of the orange color. Just I like the combination of both of them. And you see already I turned you over, and yes, you are really close. I am sorry, my hands will be very big. What I'm going to do, because I can show it to you a little bit better this way, we just take our front, we take a very simple leaf. I leave the back side of the leaves, I still leave intact. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little of the red orange color, and I'm going to glue it sideways on top of the other one. So just do a little bit of glue on the sides of your leaf, and just glue this one also on top of each other. And just be careful that you don't burn yourself, because the leaves are very thin. At least my leaves are thin. Maybe you have some bigger ones, thicker ones. That's better. You see already what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to, because I want to glue it on the stem of our pumpkin, I'm going to give it a little corner around, so you get a little bit easier on your stamp. And what we're going to do, we're going to place it in between here. I hope you can see it. I will turn it this way, so I will glue it as close as I can to the stamp. That's why I put you so close to me. I don't know if you like it so close to me, but, but for the gluing is a little bit better. So just move a little bit over and just keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. I have to glue this one also. And of course, later on we will work with it. But for now, he has to glue over here. And you see, now we already have the leaves on the back side of our pumpkin. Of course, you can go all the way. You can do some color over here. Of course, we can also do a little bit of a yellow color. Maybe I can show it to you how it will look like. Of course, again, I am just going to make a little turn in your leaf. You see already, this is what I mean. And now you can place it a little bit easier against your stamp. And of course, I see even the yellow looks great. So I'm going to do also a little bit of the yellow next to this one. So again, just place it against the stamp, keep it in place for a little moment, and again, don't burn yourself, because the leaves here are very thin. And again, now you already have a nice backside of your pumpkin. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take I will show it to you. Of course, I have you very close, so I have to be in the camera. I am going to take a piece of twine, and you see already I have a little bit of the thinner twine. Of course, if you have bigger, it's also better, but make 3 rows. Most of the time I do it this way and just turn it over, and now I have 3 rows of my twine, and just make a loop the way you are tying your shoes. I always say, maybe I don't even know if you tie your shoes this way, but at least that's the way I think it's most easier to tell you. And again, just get them close, pull them a little bit down, and you see already now you have a nice little bow. I'm going to cut it off. And if you like, with one piece of twine is also fine, and you can do also a piece of ribbon. And now we can glue this on the front of our pumpkin. I have to show it to you this way, and now he looks very nice this way. And of course we will do a little tag over here for the pumpkin, which we have made a little different this time, because this one is standing up. You see already, I have to show it to you in the camera. This one is standing up, the same like the bigger one, but this time is one who is sitting down. What I'm going to do to give it as a little filling, I'm going to give some organza, and I'm just going to squeeze some inside of here, and just work your way around and just squeeze it in until this totally filled up. But of course you can use also some greenery or something else. It doesn't matter what you think is looking better. And this way, and just make sure that it also is popping out a little bit. You see, and if you see this, maybe use a little pencil to get inside. I will fill this up, and then we are going to do the next step. This is how he's looking like, with some little of ribbon organza, just how you call it. And I just made simple loops and just squeeze them in, make a loop, squeeze it in. And now I'm going to take some of the leaves again. I'm going to take another orange leaf, and I'm going to glue it on top of here a little bit this way. And I'm going to glue this one on this side. And of course, again, be careful. Just squeeze the lid, and I think I'm going to look for a little bit of the little yellow one. I think maybe this is also a little bit smaller. And now I'm going to cut off a little piece of this one. And I'm going to glue again on the other side. Just a simple piece of leaf and just some glue, and you already have your nice little centerpiece. Just be careful, don't burn yourself. I will move this away, and what I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to place it inside. And for this one, I just keeping it this way, and I'm going to take some glue, and I'm going to glue it inside of this pumpkin. Of course, do over here a little glue, and I'm just going to, I have to look what is in front of my pumpkin, so I have to do it this way. Just close it and then keep it in place for a little moment. And of course the glue is always that it has to dry for a little moment. And now we get our little bow, and I'm going to glue this on front, but a little bit against the stem, so everything will stick a little bit better. Just glue it against your stem. So your organza sticks also a little bit better. You see? Now we already have a nice little standing pumpkin. And here you see the end result of our homemade from Tumbling Tower Blocks pumpkins, and I have them in my kitchen on my kitchen counter. I am really loving the coloring of the fall. So you see already with a couple of blocks you can do so many beautiful things. In a moment I showed you a little bit closer, but for now thank you so much for being here and doing this DIY together with me. I had so much fun making it. And if you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing to the NMI channel. You will find the link for this decoeasy channel in our description box. And of course, if you want to see more DIYs, but also a little bit more Christmas DIYs, come on over to my Christmas all year round channel. Also, that link you will find in our description box. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.